You should not use alleys as shortcuts, especially when alone and at night. Always use the more heavily traveled streets and sidewalks. While some alleys might seem more convenient, don't take the chance of making yourself a victim of crime. That's a post that was recently put on Enjoy Life Safely Facebook page. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that and why it has a deeper meaning than just what's on the face of it. Welcome to Coffee with Alain. Have a Philadelphia mug this morning, one of the ones I got from my daughter as she's going to school in Philadelphia. And before we talk a little bit about the safety tip and the deeper implications of that quote, wanted to take a moment and share some news this morning. It was funny because last night my wife and I were watching Blue Bloods that we had recorded on the DVR a number of weeks ago. We record everything and watch them when we have time. Treat Williams was a guest on last night's show, and I remarked how I liked him back in Hair when he jumped up on the table and sang the theme song. And really liked him in the Substitute sequels. Tom Berenger was in the first Substitute movie, but then Treat Williams was in the next few. And he's just done a lot of different things I've enjoyed throughout the years. And we were talking about him just last night. And then this morning I wake up to hear that he was killed in a motorcycle accident. So I just wanted to say rest in peace, Treat Williams. And thank you for the years of entertainment you provided with the different films and television that you starred in. I also want to remind you that before we get into today's self-defense tip, go to enjoylifesafely.com and sign up. You will receive 25 safety and self-defense tips ebook. You'll receive a situational awareness ebook. You'll receive some videos on situational awareness, all aimed at helping you stay safe so you can enjoy life. You'll also be signed up to the weekly newsletter that will start up again soon. If you remember, I used to do one of those. They were very popular. I had thousands of people signed up to it. When that site closed and got revamped and I lost that email list, now I'm rebuilding the list and I'm going to get those weekly newsletters going back out to help people stay safe, enjoy life, and succeed in whatever they desire. Now let's get back to that quote. I'm going to read it one more time, and I'm going to read it from the phone because I don't have it memorized this morning. But the quote that I posted on Enjoy Life Safely, the Facebook page, where you go there and follow the Facebook page, lots of good stuff there. But the quote was, "You should not use alleys as shortcuts, especially when alone and at night. Always use the more heavily traveled streets and sidewalks. While some alleys might seem more convenient, don't take the chance of making yourself a victim of crime." Now, on the face of that, it seems pretty obvious. And many people say, well, Drew, that's just common sense. Like many safety strategies and habits, they are common sense to some of us. But as I always say, common sense is not commonly practiced. And sometimes people need to be reminded. Dixon says, build back better. That's what I'm doing, Dixon. I am building the list back better and stronger than it was before. I'm building a better website. I'm building better newsletters and email campaigns. There's going to be a membership site that's going to be bigger and better than the old one. Everything is building back better. You nailed it. Thank you. So common sense isn't commonly practiced. And that's why I remind people of these to try to keep it in your forefront so you think about it and hopefully practice it so you can stay safe and enjoy life. And those that think, well, that's just common sense, great. I'm glad you think so, and I hope you're doing it. Because even when people think it's common sense, even when we know what we should do, sometimes we don't. And that happens to even the best of us. And that's why I like to keep reminding people of things they can do to stay more safe. But this quote and this philosophy behind the quote go deeper than just taking shortcuts through alleys. We can look at that as taking all sorts of shortcuts that may compromise our safety, and we should not do them. Now, sometimes shortcuts are wonderful. They save us time. They save us a lot of things. We can get something done with a shortcut. But if the shortcut is compromising our safety and putting us in a situation where we may become a victim, then we need to look at it more closely and then weigh the risks versus the rewards. Now, there may be a time where going through that alley and risking a criminal doing something to you is worth it. Other times it's not. And we have to assess any kind of shortcut where our safety might be compromised, where we may be put into danger. Is it worth it or not? And that answer is going to be different for different people, different circumstances, different skill sets, different reasons for taking the shortcut. I just want you to be aware of it so you can make the best decision for you. And I want you to stay safe. And so most of the time, I want you not to do the shortcut that will compromise your safety and put you at risk, unless there's a really impelling reason why you should risk your safety for getting something done a little bit shorter. So that's today's safety tip. Stay out of dark alleys where you might become a victim, but go a little bit deeper and don't take any shortcuts that are going to compromise your safety and put you at risk unless you have a very good reason to do so. I appreciate everybody joining. Appreciate the comments I receive. Appreciate the shares that these videos and podcasts are receiving. Be sure to sign up for the coming soon weekly newsletters and go through that guide to situational awareness. Watch the videos. Read through the 25 safety and self-defense tips. And they're not just one-line little tips that you can read in a second. They're passages from 25 different books, from 25 different experts on topics to really give you some advice that you can implement and stay more safe. Maybe defend yourself if you have to. All of that's for free at enjoylifesafely.com. So go do it now. Put your email in, download it. Make sure you take the time to read it. Make sure you take the time to watch the videos. And let me help you enjoy life safely. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a terrific Tuesday.